Hey everyone, it's me, CCYamato, back after, God, I don't know, 3 months of not posting anything almost. I don't have an excuse for that. Life got really hectic over here, and now at the end of the year and the end of this month, I've been busy packing and getting ready to move all the way from Hawaii to Maryland. It's a big process, so I kind of dropped the ball on doing any kind of updates, and I feel bad about not communicating better. Even though I use Twitter a little bit, for the most part, most of my tweets have been related to happiness memories, which is really the only consistently Sakura thing I've been doing in the last few months. But I figure, why not, on the last day of the year, let's just give you a little bit of an update about what's been going on in the franchise and where I plan to take the channel in the coming year. So first off, the manga. Funny enough, actually, the manga has been running a little slow recently. So we left off in the manga where Sakura had shrunk and she was getting blown away to have a little micro adventure. It turns out that the effect that made her small was actually not a clear card. That was actually Kaito causing trouble for her. Kaito has decided to be more proactive and try to actually stress Sakura into making cards. And yeah, he made her small, so she went on her little micro adventure. She encountered a new card called Shade. So, and then she has kind of a little episode where, like, she has a dream where, like, Xiaoran is the cloaked figure again. And they're really playing this up like this is supposed to be some kind of, like, major mental break or, like, development for Sakura. But, again, she gets over it pretty quickly. The next chapter, the most recent chapter, actually, it starts with, like, a Parents' Day. So it's back to business as usual until the end of that chapter where Nadeshiko shows up to maybe plead with Kaito to, not be himself for a chapter or so. I don't know. That was the most recent chapter. Nakayoshi has actually not, or has had Sakura on hold for a couple months because Tokyo Mew Mew came back, or rather a series masquerading with Tokyo Mew Mew's name. I'm not going to comment too much on that. I was never into the original series, even though like people I know have grown up with it and liked it. I don't really have much of an interest in looking at the series, but I mean I might as well do something else with the Nakayoshis. But putting that aside, I'm potentially going to stop doing the manga chapter reviews, and here's why. The reason that I was doing the manga chapter reviews like month by month is because the localization was happening only when the issues came over here as a complete volume. So it was, 6-7 months between books at least. So I was doing month by month reading. But now, at the end of this year, Comixology, which is part of Amazon, has started simul-dubbing the manga on either on the same day or almost the same day as the chapter comes out. So, and I'll put a link down in the description where you can go. You do have to pay for the chapters. They're like $2 per chapter, but they are now coming out in English on the same day or near the same day that they are coming out in Japan. I don't know what other languages they are coming out in, but presumably if you're listening to me in English, then you can probably at least read English, just making that bold assumption. So yes, they are $2 chapters, and because there is now a legitimate way to read the series page by page, I kind of want to encourage you to support the official release and read the chapters yourself. Pretty sure if you wanted to, you could still, go through some fan dubbers, but I don't know where the people who have been dubbing the series chapter by chapter have gone, and I don't know if they're going to continue. So yeah, just going forward, I'm not sure I'm going to be doing the chapter rundowns anymore because the series is being simul-dubbed. Going forward instead, what I want to do with the channel is start focusing kind of on what my original vision was, which was to feature more product stuff. Like, you've seen my collection, parts of it. I have a lot of stuff, and the intention was always to talk about my stuff, not really the anime and the manga stuff. That kind of just became like the simplest bottom of the barrel content that I could put out, at least once a month. But I want to get back into actually like focusing on the stuff, like shooting videos, for that, talking about the stuff in the collection, talking about legacy stuff. And I have a lot of those things. And yeah, that's where I want to go with the channel in this coming year. Is, talk about all the stuff I have, which includes both a lot of classic stuff. There's so much classic stuff. There won't be as much of an emphasis on like modern merchandise because I don't buy as much of the modern merchandise as like a lot of the charms and kitschy stuff and things. But the legacy 90s era toys, or really I guess early 2000s era toys, there's a lot of fun to be had there. So that's where I'm gonna try and be focusing once I get situated in Maryland, which will probably be sometime in March is when I'm going to be able to do that, because I will be moving in January, but my February is also going to be pretty packed. So probably not going to be doing too much of that, though I may do a short film video of just, the new place. Other things that will continue is defending Cardcaptors. That kind of got away from me because of all the busyness, but I fully intend to continue that series. I may be switching up the format slightly, so it's not just a let's watch. Basically, it's going to be like there may be a little bit of extra editing to help point out the changes to the episodes as they come up. But I haven't really hammered that out yet, and I do want to hopefully bring guests in to do more episodes. So. That's it. There's really nothing else to say about that. I plan to continue defending Cardcaptors. I just haven't had time for it. But hopefully by the time I'm on the East Coast, it'll be easier to coordinate times. Another thing that came up that gave me some pause about the future of the channel was the whole COPPA thing that came up, or was hot news a couple of weeks ago. That's the YouTube has to be like, the long story short is, the FCC was passing some new regulations that YouTube and creators had to follow, mainly in regards to whether or not your channel was like made for children or child friendly or some crap like that. So it gave me pause about the future of my channel, because even though I'm an adult and I'm pretty sure by my metrics most of my viewership are adults, since Cardcaptor Sakura, particularly Cardcaptor Sakura, the original series, is aimed at kids, is my channel gonna get hit by that? But overall, looking at my presentation and my metrics, and talking about it with a few people, just looking over explanations and such, pretty sure that this channel is not affected by COPPA in any way. And that has never been my intention to appeal to children at all. And I'm not going to speak for kids, but I'm pretty sure that this channel does not appeal to children. So COPPA was a brief issue for me, but I think overall it's not going to affect this channel in any way. And that's it. That's really all I wanted to get out to you guys. Just a little update about what I've been up to and why I've been silent. Even though I've been silent on YouTube, just, down in the description, again, I'll put my Twitter and my Tumblr where they always are, although I haven't actually touched my Tumblr much recently. I need to get back into doing that too. I admittedly, at the end of this year, I've dropped the ball on a lot of things. And, going forward, I'm going to try and be better about that. But at the very least, I want to at least get, YouTube going again with more videos, more focusing on stuff, potentially not doing a lot of manga stuff. And, I want to maybe put out another Happiness Memories video, because they have updated the game a bit so that there's some new content. There's actually very regular events now. We just started a New Year's event. For the most part, the game is running basically two different styles of events right now, just kind of alternating between them. But yeah, I think I might want to do a video on that, and that at least gives me some relief knowing that if it's only two different events, that I don't have to keep making a video each time. But anyway, as I was saying, down in the description, there will be my Twitter where I'm semi-active, and my Tumblr where I hope to be more active. But if you want to keep up with anything that I'm kind of doing while I'm having these periods of unproductivity on YouTube, you can follow me a little bit there. So that's the plan going forward. Less manga, more defending Cardcaptors, more stuff videos. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting me in this year. This has been a really good year to kind of get my feet in the water, figure out kind of how I want this channel to go forward. And your support has been very encouraging to me, and I hope to start paying that back a little bit. Thanks for watching this video. Happy New Year. Hope you had a good holiday season, whatever it is you do. And I will see you all in 2020.